Platformist asks, what are your thoughts on voluntary hierarchies like BDSM? I don't really see BDSM as being a hierarchy. Once again, for me, hierarchy is essentially synonymous with a hierarchical power structure, and BDSM is not a hierarchical power structure. That is to say, nobody actually holds monopoly power in the circumstance. Or really, more truthfully, the submissive holds the monopoly power, if anybody does. The submissive is essentially delegating the dom to whatever they're doing. Kind of like how in an organization, you might delegate somebody to be accounting or delegate somebody to be in-reach coordinator. Well, the submissive is delegating the dom. And the reason I make this distinction is because the mandate of the dominant is completely determined by the submissive, and the submissive can withhold their consent at any given time. So the submissive can say what is or is not going to happen during the encounter, and they can say that the encounter must stop with a safe word at absolutely any point. So as much as the BDSM dynamic looks like it's a hierarchy, it's not. It's playing with the aesthetic power dynamics of a hierarchy without having a hierarchy. And notice that as soon as BDSM dynamics turn into a hierarchy, they actually become highly toxic and really, really bad things happen. So for example, how might the BDSM dynamic become a hierarchy? Well, what if the sub was not able to tell the dom that the scene was going to end at any given time? That would be hierarchical. And notice that it would then turn into something very, very dangerous. What if the submissive was not allowed to determine the bounds of what was going to happen in some encounter? That would be hierarchy. And notice that it would become really, really bad in the process. So in fact, BDSM is actually built on the foundations of a horizontal relation between the dominant and the submissive. The responses in the chat are hilarious. Yeah, as Clatari says, if your BDSM relationship is similar to hierarchical power, it's not very healthy. Yeah. In fact, if you see the actual dynamics of hierarchy arising in your BDSM relationship, it's becoming abuse. That's what's happening. It's becoming abuse. It's becoming abuse. It's becoming kidnapping. It's becoming all kinds of really dangerous, terrible things. And it's precisely that it is not that the BDSM community is ethical. Yes, safe words are power. That's what Will said. Will says safe words are power. That's exactly right. And it demonstrates that power still roots to the bottom, which not attempting to make... Not trying, this is not a pun, not purposeful. I'm using it in the same way. Bottom up power. The submissive is the bottom up here, right? They are the one that is determining the mandate of delegation for the dominant. Pun not intended. I would never purposely make a pun. All power to all bottoms. It's funny. Knowledge and Defense says, do you think Marx and Engels preferred to go top down on each other? For all the jokes, I actually don't think that there was anything going on between them. Riley is on the right track. BDSM is an art that plays on the tropes of hierarchy. It's exactly right.